Hi everyone, and welcome back to Manda T and Me. So we have just started Chapter 4 of Tales of the Neon Sea, and I do believe this is the final chapter. So once again, we have just bumbled our way into Noah's grasp. Not even really sure where we are or what we've done or how much of what we've experienced is even real. Very confusing. But little William is here to save the day as usual. So go ahead and get yourself something cozy and let's get back into it. Little William. Gosh, I think that's gonna be the thing I miss when this game ends, is like, oh my gosh, William. Alright, so let's just go be crazy nosy because, oh, little William with your pretty gold eyes. Oh yeah, we really are just like back here. Alright, whoa. Meow meow. That's the way. Unknown sewer. Saturday night. That doesn't seem like... Oh yeah, because we played with those knobs during the tutorial. Better not go that way. That is one sketchy looking ladder. Oh my goodness. We're running! Inside the abandoned cabin. Oh my goodness. William! The sculpture. This is the place. Good on you, William. You'll get a nice reward after this. Meow meow. I was attacked by Noah. Here, he must still be around. I must be vigilant. Anything back here we need to know about? Let's start with this sculpture. Or the sculpture. I was like, yeah, this looks kind of sculpture-y. Look at all the weird raven faces. That sound. Oh, my head. This feels... Oh, we are not having a good time. Woo! Yeah, William! He was just like, bam! Roundhouse kick. Roundhouse kitty kick. Huh? What's going on? It's gone. The sculpture and everything. Don't tell me I was hallucinating. I thought contact with an implant device was only a way to trigger a hallucination, but this time, a perfect hallucination was created without one, and Noah was lurking inside this hallucination. First things first, let's inspect the device. Yeah, dude, I don't know if you should be fiddling with this stuff. A signal projector with implant devices as the core, capable of projecting hallucination signal waves. It has been destroyed by William. The core of this weird device is the same as the implanted device inside Brank's brain. Is this thing creating the hallucinations? Instead of creating hallucinations, I think this thing is more like a signal projector. The core receives external signals, amplifies them, and then projects them. Huh? Why are you here? I thought you couldn't leave that old ship. I noticed that little thing you have on you has an amazingly large storage capacity, so I decided to follow you and check out how you deal with that guy in the mask. But once I got here, I felt a strange electrical disturbance and got stuck in that little thing. I was coding my way out when suddenly I was free to leave. The little thing you mentioned. You were inside the badge from Lola. When I got here, the badge lost signal. The disturbance you're talking about must be from this device, right? Yes, this device has been receiving and amplifying some sort of electrical wave, but that should only influence robots. You seem to have a strong reaction to it, though. Is most of your body mechanical? What a rare success story. Why does everyone know about my physical condition? Never mind. It seems like no one made this thing as a trap for me. This electrical wave may continue influencing your special little brain. You need to be careful. I can see it's much less stable than when we first met. It's hard to describe, but I think I can feel the disturbance in my mind. Oh, it's Lola's badge. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, the badge is suddenly activated. The signal must be sent from Charles. The signal came from the elevator shaft on the right. The signal is faint, but it's definitely there. Okay, let's go have a look. I hope No didn't put that old man on the experiment bench. Thanks, little fella. I think it's time I promoted you to being my full-time partner. That means when I give orders, you can follow them. Meow, meow. Yeah, my words exactly, William. But it's going to get very dangerous from now on, so you should head back home. If something happens to you because of me, your little girlfriend Elizabeth wouldn't stop pissing in my plant pots. I think she would eat you in your sleep, let's be honest. Ooh, new file acquired. What else has we have? So we're only missing one. Oh, we're still missing 4. I must have overlooked some stuff. Missing only 1. Missing 2. I must have just missed some things. Alright. Oh, the end. Alright, I'm going to do my best with this. This is a signal projection device with the implanted device as the core. It emits a regular electrical pulse sound when activated, and this ticking sound is key to determining the presence of devices around you. Hold on, I have an eye flash concern. I actually think it's one of my regular hairs poking down behind my glasses. There we go. Who knows what that was? Maybe pollen. The core implanted device receives external signals first, then amplifies the signal and sends them out by the circular oscilloscope synapse and forms around itself an extremely wide signal field. This electromagnetic signal field theoretically has no effect on humans, but Rex replaced half his brain with an electronic brain, which keeps a sequela called Fantasy Vision, which is capable of receiving external electronic brain signals without discrimination. This allows the signal field of the projection device to act on him, creating hallucinations in his brain. From this tailored structure, it can be concluded that Noah prepared this device intentionally for Rex's special physical condition. Ooh, I don't know how much I'll be reading today, but we'll try. More of those spores. So she said it was by the elevator. I love how like the foreground moves too. What a clever side-scrolling game, seriously. Nothing but strange fungi and plants. Alright, here we go. This elevator looks creepy. Is it still working? Nope. Nope. Where is this elevator taking me? Charles's signal is getting stronger. Noah was researching far more than just nanofluid and implant devices. If that signal projector is truly what the captain described, then even without coming into contact with an implant device, it could influence the minds of robots everywhere. Well, maybe there's your robot uprising. But why would Noah have such an investment? This elevator went down pretty far, way below the bottom of the ship. This is a giant underground factory, which seems to have been abandoned a long time ago. This path is blocked by fungi. Better stay away from it. I have never seen this kind of fungus before. The mushroom umbrella looks like a balloon. It's so thin. It looks like it might... What? Oh, Rex. The slightest shock is enough to set off these fungi. I wonder whether these spores can do anything. Inhale these spores if you want to die. These fungi have been exposed to nuclear waste, so their spores are full of poison. You see a lot when you're attached to a ship for years with nothing to do. Could you give me a warning before you just appear? Seems like you're familiar with this place. I'm an AI with access to a database so massive you couldn't even imagine. This was an underground factory during the human-robot war, long forgotten by time. Be careful, several entries warn of creatures sighted in the depths. These kinds of abandoned factories remind me of Noah's old hideouts. He liked building bases deep in the world's dark places. Ooh. A forgotten underground world. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you read this one since I'm starting to get a little hoarse. I love allergy season. Alright, so let me skim this. Okay, so the factories were underground just so that they could operate without worried about being bombarded during the war. So the fungi have mutated. So people who worked in the factories fled deeper and eventually became the stewards of these places. People who have completely abandoned like civil society up top have come down here. And so like the underground population is expanding. This place has become a shadow city that exists like a mirror image of Starlight City. No one knows how long this underground factory has been abandoned. It's been completely overrun by fungi. Oh, more of those like conveyor things. Oh, okay. He's gonna do all the hops for me. Oh, look at this. That's crazy. Fluid drips from this discarded tank. It has a strong smell, like a combustion aid. Is it isobutyl lithium complex? Didn't learn that in freshman chemistry. Oh, wow, big jump. Oh, there's something there. Okay. There's a door. The way down is completely blocked by fungi. How can I get rid of it? Maybe exploding stuff? So here's a wheel. I can't unscrew it. It looks like I need professional tools to turn this valve. Alright, well this is a tool room or a workshop or something. Looks like you have found an abandoned operating room, but everything is broken here. A trash dump, you humans would call it. From my experience, you should never underestimate trash. Come to think of it, you made lots of tools with the trash on my ship, Mr. Junk Collector. I thought you were absolutely in love with the Destiny Fire, and now you're calling it trash? I can call it trash, but no one else can. Fair. Alright, so we got ourselves a big old valve wrench. It says main valve on the handle. It seems like it can unscrew the outside valve. Yeah, but what other trash can we find? Broken emergency lamp. The glass interior layer is intact, so things can be poured into it. Ah, this emergency light might come in handy. This main tube leads directly outside, but no air is coming through it. Other tubes must be channeling the air. This tube channels the steam. I need a valve to turn off the steam transmission. There we go. So there's the airlock. Yeah. So let's go ahead and we'll turn this. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, so maybe I need to move it down here. No? Oh, okay, so okay. I get it. I get it. There was no need for all that trial and error. Sorry, guys. Nothing happened. It looks like this tube is still blocked. I need to figure out a way to direct the air from inside the workshop to this tube. Okay. Thought we tried to do that, but... Oh, I see. So, we've got a leak here, a leak here, a leak here. No. So... Okay, not the right one. I'm trying to follow the, you know, numbers. So... the arrows. Maybe it'll... Oh, okay, I see. So nothing. And then what happens? So this wasn't a successful before. Feel like we're missing one. So absolutely nothing. And we just get one from that. So we need another valve, I assume. Okay, but I want to hop. There we go. So first things first, let's try to collect some of this stuff. Ah, the flaming bottles set off the fungi spores. Looks like the toxic fog is going to hang around for a while, though. What's your plan? You seem enjoying seeing me in trouble. I have to get rid of this spore fog. I'm not enjoying it. Make good use of the tube behind you. The steam coming out of it can disperse the fog quickly. Blow the fog away. Classic. And we just have like a little bit of pressure though. And we can't go... Okay. What does this little robot have over here anyway? There we go. That's what I needed. I think it was the one on the far left that also gave us a pressure reading as well. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. Let's go have a look. There we go. No, I can't go back that way. That would be dumb. Oh, Lola's badge. Beep, beep, beep. The badge activated again? This must be the right way. Just follow the signal. Ventilation chamber. Wait, what? Is a holographic message? What is a holographic message doing in a place like this? It must have been left by Noah. What the hell is he up to? The purification begins with this stubborn woman rejecting the fusion. She is lucky to have her sins washed away so she can welcome Besom first. I shall lead the vessel to bear the baptism of our 4 great sacrifices and engrave the God's decree upon the body of the future. The past ceremonies connect the souls, blessing all who witness Besom. Illusions connect our thoughts, electric waves guide the transmission, and when you realize the truth, the man in the mirror was no longer himself. May you pass the final test, and I will be waiting for you in the depths of Light Lake. A long rambling paragraph full of contradictions. He's getting crazier. Where did that beep come from? Another hallucination? Huh? This place transformed into a kitchen. This is a hallucination, without a doubt. The scene is the crime scene of the Alta State case. Noah's first ever murder. The start of all this evil. The victims in the case were a housewife with 2 small town robots. At the crime scene, the 3 were discovered to have been killed at the same time, and the body parts of the 3 were made into a combined body in the housewife's kitchen. This combined body was the prototype for all the sculptures created afterwards. Noah was still a newbie at the time, but back to practical matters, another hallucination needs another signal projector. I should find it somehow. The sculpture. There was no such thing as the original crime scene. Is it a human? 3 holes in throat, abdomen, waist. Maybe I need to fill the holes to break through this hallucination. In all of Noah's cases, organs of the victims were found missing. The seal is gone. Where does this door lead to? There are some traveling and baking photos on the fridge. The victim was quite popular in town, but she had something against roverism and was repeatedly found clashing with robot believers. Alright, well, I guess in through the portal. Oh, it's the dressing room. Wait, this is Cheryl's dressing room. This is the crime scene where Noah committed the singer's sculpture murder on July 3rd, 2126. The murderer killed Cheryl and her robot assistant and made their bodies into the sculpture of Besom on the White 1 hour before Cheryl was scheduled to go on stage. Has Noah created this hallucination to relive the crimes he committed? The hallucinations are becoming more and more clear. Is this because I've stayed too long? I have to break through Noah's maze. Sweetheart, hope you break a leg. I will prepare a big celebration banquet on the roof of the company building for you, and my family will be there too. They can't wait to see you. I hope you wear the necklace I gave you last week. My driver will pick you up after the show. Yours always, Christopher. Cheryl's lover would come to visit her with a bouquet of flowers before every show. He was a successful man and helped her quite a bit in her career. People say Cheryl was hard to live with, but she was extremely gentle to her flower-bearing lover. After Cheryl's murder, he was completely broken and would never be the same. A broken wine glass. According to the investigation, Cheryl had a habit of drinking before her shows. There are lip prints on the glass. Cheryl's drink was also found at the crime scene. It contained 60% alcohol and some anesthetic component. It's believed Noah put the anesthetic in the drink. Whoa. What is happening here? A vintage record player, which Noah used to play the soundtrack of Cheryl's recent album, probably to cover up her screams. The device doesn't play anymore, probably the result of the witness hurrying out of the room and knocking it over. Oh, alright. I remember from the first time. It took me so long. This is Cheryl's voice. It was this recording that Noah used to buy himself some time to commit the crime. Cheryl's arrogance also assured Noah's success. She allowed no one to interrupt her when she was alone. That's why the staff waited until 5 minutes before the show to knock on her door, only to find the horrifying scene. The missing poster. The missing poster was something the police were searching for, but it was never found. When I saw it in Frank's place, I knew Noah was back. Okay. So I feel like these are supposed to fill the 3 holes on the... I could be wrong. Gloves? Cheryl's gloves. In addition to Cheryl's DNA, another set of DNA was detected. However, the owner could not be identified due to unusual hereditary genetic information. The blood-stained lace gloves were very important evidence. In addition to Cheryl's DNA, some dissolved skin tissue was found. The DNA of the skin tissue was very confusing. We concluded that the murderer suffered from a genetic disease characterized by decomposing skin. Ew. Judging from the fact the murderer wore the female singer's gloves, we deducted that the murderer must have had some kind of obsession with wearing the victim's clothing in order to become them. A white bird erupts whenever I find a clue related to the case. I think that's it for this case. Are these white birds some sort of tally? Maybe something will happen now. Are they the organs or something? Oh. This is a sculpture of Basom the White, one of the 7 embodiments of Basom. Legend claims that Basom once turned himself into a poet wearing a white robe and took away arrogant people's communicators, making it impossible for them to call for help. This sculpture stands for humility during communication. The police only realized that this was an embodiment of Basom when they saw the religious symbol Basom left at the crime scene. Noah, did you create all this just to make me appreciate your masterpieces one last time? The sharp cries of the arrogant must be cleared away. Basom cleaned up these stains before his arrival by using my hand. The singing voice of the sinners will live in me, so that I can praise the miracles of Basom. Noah, stop your nonsense. All you ever wanted was to replace your diseased organs with the healthy ones stolen from your victims. You say Cheryl's arrogance killed her, but what crime did that robot assistant commit? Cheryl's assistant suffered from her abuse. His humbleness a contrast to the singer's arrogance. I didn't kill anyone. I was just combining them. Human and robot, the arrogant and the humble, are merged into one under the will of the song. This is some dark stuff. The investigator collected remains of the 2 bodies in the sculpture and claimed to have retrieved every piece of Cheryl's body. However, I found a subtle cutting mark on the neck, which are much finer than the rough cutting found on the rest of the sculpture. By analyzing the forensic records, I found Cheryl's throat missing, which everyone else neglected to notice. Throat. Another door, another crime scene. Let's get this done. The stage. It is the secret function room on a cruise ship, the crime scene of the high sea cruise case on the 29th of January 2127. The senior officials were parading around robots and freaks when they were killed. It turned out Noah was the real headliner in this freak show. This had the most victims among all of Noah's murder cases. Everyone, the performers and audience, was pieced together into a sculpture. The result was so gruesome that even the most stone-faced police officer was shaken to his core. This secret function room is equipped with a state-of-the-art ventilation system. The senior officials like to add recreational drugs to the filtering system. Noah took advantage of this. The operation unit of the ventilation system was purposefully destroyed, so I need to fix the internal circuits to adjust them. Okay. Oh, guys. I hope I don't mess it up. so... Okay. Just gonna mess with it for a second here. Okay, so... Oh, okay. There we go. I wasn't sure how they moved at first, but there we go. Done. Oh, the sweet smell of success. Investigators extracted some kind of poisonous nerve gas from the air filter net, explaining how Noah put more than 40 people down by himself. Noah supposedly made this poisonous nerve gas himself. People who inhaled the gas were not able to move the bodies but remained totally conscious. Was it some kind of retribution for the audience? Dark stuff, man. This is where the officials imprisoned the performers. They searched all over for freaks and robots, keeping them here in captivity and putting on freak shows regularly. Later investigation found that several missing cases were linked to the board of officials. I don't really understand. During the freak show, the audience wore bizarre masks, hiding their true identities so they could enjoy the sick and twisted performances. There was one mask missing from the scene. Who would have guessed many years later the missing mask would turn up on Square Street? Bisson's symbol had been left on the mask as well. This was the first time Noah left the symbol at the crime scene. This clue made us realize that the sculptures were found before the embodiments of Bisson, which later led us to find out about roverism. Okay, so one button was pushed twice in a row. Nope. Nope. Definitely brute force that. These are the collars made for the performers, on which some dissolved skin tissue was found. The DNA collected was quite similar to the DNA found at the female singer crime scene. The DNA found on the collar was similar to the one found at the female singer crime scene, but the sequence was more messy, which means Noah's skin decomposing problem is getting worse. Noah must have blended in with the freaks as he arranged everything and performed in the show as a special guest. With 3 white birds representing the key clues are all lit up, so here comes another horrible sculpture. This sculpture is the Messenger of Garden, another Bisson's embodiments. This embodiment walked through the courtyard of the gods and presented himself in front of both humans and robots, driving out the evil indulgences, suppressing them, and bringing God's electric wave to all forms of life. These murdered officials represented the indulgent, while Cheryl, the female singer, represented the arrogant. Noah's crimes followed the prophecies and legends of Bisson's religious sect. Indulgent spirits are lost in the filth, and people who find pleasure in the grotesque will be exiled by me into the abyss. Detective, without me, the sins of these people will never be purified. Purified? You killed everyone at the scene, robots and freaks included. They suffered through so much pain, only to be murdered by you. Your so-called purification is nothing but a crazy massacre. Both the indulgent and the abused are guilty. Only by combining the two could we neutralize the sin and restore balance. Both sides have found peace under Bisson's guidance. Don't try to excuse your crime. Among the victims, Noah only took a software developer's liver. If I had found out about the condition Noah suffered from, I probably never would have discovered the motive for his crimes. Okay, I guess that leaves one more crime for one more organ. A new door appears. One by one, these crime scenes match things left behind by Noah. The poster, the mask, and the very next scene will be... I was right. The 1st of April, 2127, Scott Hotel Room 1023 in New Sinew City, a case I especially don't want to recall. The victims were a family of 4 who came for a holiday at Dolphin Park. A mild genetic modification in the father led to a severe genetic disease in the daughter. They kept the disease a secret from the girl, wishing to first fulfill the girl's dream of seeing a dolphin. They weren't expecting to meet Noah. A robot staffing the hotel was also murdered. Dr. Ross, I'm sorry, but there is no successful cures for your daughter's genetic disease. Although your husband only Although your husband has only been mildly genetically modified, the probability of your offspring developing genetic disease was still high. The patient's organs have developed massive lesions, and she has an estimated 4 to 5 months of life remaining. Again, I'm so sorry. Why must our girls suffer through so much pain? We should never have listened to the propaganda of that company. Mild genetic alteration will not lead to hereditary disease. Our naivety ruined our daughter, my little Alyssa. I hope to fulfill her dream in her final days, to see a dolphin. This is the only thing we can do for her. Also from him. Get some rest in the room. The kids are loving the hotel. Honey, I feel less car sick after I've had some water. Honey, we have been picked as the lucky guests tonight. They will give Alyssa a personalized dolphin trip. Call the kids now. The husband called back to the room by his wife's text message and murdered by Noah. The evidence suggests that the wife was already dead when the text was sent. And of course the bunny. A brand new bunny rabbit toy. One of its eyes ripped off. Alyssa is stitched on its back. A fuzzy bunny rabbit toy with one eye missing. Noah lured me into his trap step by step using the victim's doll. He seems to know that what I care about most of all. This is his specialty. Discover the most vulnerable part of someone, then break them down slowly and methodically. This gift can never be given back to its owner. They have been through so much pain, so much despair. A hotel staff uniform stained with blood. Noah dressed up as hotel staff to enter the room. Killed the wife, then called back the other family members using the wife's cell phone, only to kill them as well. The white birds are still all lit up now, which means a sculpture from that case will appear soon. I really don't want to recall what happened that day. Grotesque. Truly grotesque. The kidneys. This is a sculpture of the White Feather King, another of Bassan's embodiments, which can reveal all lies and barriers. The meaning of the sculpture was used as Noah's motivation to kill. I will rip off the masks of all false performers. Hypocrites who hide the truth from each other will be punished. Hiding the truth from their own child to create a false happiness. Hypocrisy. It is their selfish act of genetic modification that led to the incurable disease, and they pretended to be loving and struggling parents. Deceit is against Bassan's will. I reveal the truth. I fulfill the oracle of fusion. Combined together, their disease is shared, and therefore the disease is no more. Nonsense. All you do is kill innocent people, while you hide behind your mask. You gradually step closer and closer to the realm of God. Towards this highest place, I receive salvation here, and so shall you. Repent in the realm of God. Your spirit gradually thins out. The vessel is synchronizing. You do not notice, but the person in the mirror has secretly begun to change. Okay, so here's my thought. I think Noah had a whole bunch of mods done, and he fell apart, and it made him nuts. And he sees in Rex someone who is also a hybrid and is trying to find some connection. The kidneys. I've obtained the last organ. A pain in my head, this strange wavelength. I can't stand it. I feel desperate. I feel hopeless. I feel insane. Synchronizing. This person in the mirror has secretly begun to change. Noah mentioned the vessel several times. His crazy words must be leading towards something else. What madness awaits me now? Dude, I'm pretty sure you're the vessel. I'm back at the first crime scene. So now, put the organs in place. Yep. Hallucination gone, huh? The signal projector, just like what I saw in the abandoned ship cabin. The hallucination didn't just appear out of thin air. This is the device that's causing it. A signal projector with implanted devices at the core, which can be which can project hallucinatory signal waves. It looks like the moment I entered this ventilation room, I fell into the hallucination created by Noah. Noah made me see old crimes. For what? How do you like the memory album I made especially for you? The two of us have had so many beautiful times together. I was hoping you could disrupt one of my plans, at least once. You really disappointed me. You have finally shown your true colors, Noah. No more hiding. Hiding! Ha! I've been planning something fun deeper underground, and I was thinking of inviting you, my old friend, to have a look. I don't know whether you can stop me this time. Ha ha! I can't believe there's an abandoned sanctuary here, and the stained glass on the wall is Basson? Who would build something like this in such a gloomy place underground? This used to be an underground factory during the human-robot war, where robots and poor people worked day and night. It must have been abandoned after the war. Records suggest people continued to hide here. If a god came to these people and told them he was happy to accept them, it's not surprising they would build a sanctuary for him. Why did you pop up out of nowhere again? I could have used a friendly face back there. A strong interruptive wave was holding me back, like I said before, but if you stay away from those signal projectors, the wave disappears. Alright guys, well that was a whole lot to take in, and I'm starting to put together all this mess. I am a little disappointed because I think I missed some files about Rex here. I'm missing one from Starlight City and 4 of these history documents. There's still one left about the news, but I don't think we're coming back to those, so that's okay. I mean, it's my first time playing this, and it's been kind of a tough game. So, alrighty guys, well I'm going to leave it there. If you are enjoying this series, please don't forget to subscribe. I upload 4 days a week and stream on Fridays on Twitch. So, yeah, take care, and as always, happy sipping.